thus we begin another adventure. I don't know. This is perfect B-roll. I don't even know if I'm going to use any.
I love B-roll. B-roll's
but you definitely can't use it if you don't have it. So
exactly.
It's better
So
to
I have to
say
fake
something
this shit. I don't have anything witty. Oh. Dusty, you're supposed to be bringing the witty. Reed, do you have anything witty?
Yeah, you're the special guest star. I'm just a recurring character from season 1.
Oh, I thought we were gonna have Lembas to fuel our wittiness, but there's not. So
I dropped the ball on that one. No Lembas bread because Dusty
you
didn't have
dropped the
heavy
bread,
whipping
man.
cream or buttermilk. All right.
I can make the buttermilk.
To get to McCroskey State Park, you can start in Moscow and head north out of town on Highway 95. You'll be driving about 26 miles. This will take you past Potlatch and just over the Latah County line. Right at the top of a hill, you'll need to turn left onto Skyline Drive. From there, you'll be turning onto a narrow dirt road. The road's in good condition, but there isn't enough road for two vehicles to easily pass each other, so be prepared to pull over if someone's coming down the hill. About a mile in, you'll see the parking area for the trailhead to your right. So parking is a little bit scattered right here. We do have a restroom. Hey, Dusty, and then I think there's a Reed hiding back over there somewhere. Yeah, don't wear earbuds on the trail. There are motorbikers, and plus there is a certain amount of brush that you may have to work through to get to the rest of your party. At this Y in the road, you will be taking a left if you want to stay on this particular trail. So taking that left, you'll come to yet another sort of fork, where at least according to my trail map here, we will be taking a right instead of heading down that way. We're heading up this way. And at this little fork in the road, you take a left. Down, down, down to the dark depths. So here we are at yet another fork in the path. In this case, we turn left, continuing on, down, into, come on, Gamble, work with me, the dark depths. Apparently here we have a bit of a hop, skip, and a jump over the road. Widowmakers creaking in the distance, not so distant. The orcs on their motorist steeds, hunting down the hobbits in the woods. I don't know why I'm calling Reed a hobbit, but... So, Reed, you haven't been on this trail before. Nope. Dusty, haven't been on this trail as far as I haven't been on this trail. What were your initial thoughts, overall thoughts on this trail?
That was a pretty hike. Kind of, if you're familiar with kind of the meandering back and forth switchback style of a hike, that's pretty much all this one had. Lots of draws that it went through, and some pretty big cutbacks.
Some good elevation up and down, at least.
Elevation up and down.
Because again, it was still, I think, total according to my watch is about 700, 800, just under 800 feet of actual elevation gain through the whole thing over the 5.5-ish miles, which is a good, nice moderate hike. Dusty, any thoughts?
Yeah, I thought it was a nice one, a good mix of sun and shade, and the few spots where someone with like unsteady balance or bad ankles or footing, right? The ruts that have been put into the dirt from mountain bikers and motorbikers, like those are few and far between.
Definitely, again, we did have early on in the trail, we had about 4 or 5 dirt bikes that ended up kind of coming down the trail. We just kind of all hopped off. They're all, pleasant, wave to us, all that, which is great. But
good trail etiquette.
It's something you do have to be mindful of, that they are kind of some narrow trails, a lot of brush. Sometimes you may have to try to make way for a dirt bike going through, and
that'll be a challenge.
Listen for it. I think it's the biggest thing, because I know I was spending a lot of time just listening, trying to go, okay, is that a dirt bike? Oh no, that's probably somebody on a road nearby. Yeah. Personally, I found, again, it's a great trail if you want to be out in the woods, in nature. There weren't any really good views, landmarks or views. It was a lot of trees. You really couldn't see much.
Good tree trail.
Good tree trail.
Yeah.
We'll call it the tree trail. Yeah.
That was the lazy T.
So part of it, I think, was the lazy T. Yeah. That's kind of the confusing part. So I think the side on that side of the road was listed as the lazy T, but I think the stuff on this side of the road is something else. One thing is, too, on this side of the trail, there's a lot more you need to keep track of where you need to turn, because there are a lot more, hey, here's a junction, you can go left or right, where are you going? I had it running on my watch with the map that I got from All Trails, so that allowed, it's like easy to go, okay, we take a left here. Definitely have some sort of way of keeping track of where you're going. If you're just going to be taking the lazy T trail, that one's pretty much by itself. It'll tell you where to go. There were a few signs that are like, this way, but I think it was like literally 1 or 2.
Yeah, there wasn't much in the way of navigation needed for that. And what was marked, like you said. So.
Yeah, so that side's kind of better groomed in that regard. But overall, yeah, it was a good hike getting out there. And I think both of you for coming along with me on this.
Thanks for the invite.